Just tell me that you're okay. Yeah, good. Let's continue. Just to ensure that I'm not speaking to myself. All right. Yeah, I think I think I need to be fast now because I have two other stuff I need to do today. And I need to. All right. This is just what I show you in the other thing. I just want to say it. And these are the ceremonies. Yeah, I said it. I have ceremony. They are more than this. I think these are the standard ones. We have sprint planning where we start. I said it. Tuesday we plan. Daily Scrum we do it every day. 15 minutes. Organization do it. Some do it 30 minutes. Even daily Scrum or daily stand up. So it's actually called daily Scrum or daily stand up. Even in hospital they do it. See, they do wardroom. That's daily Scrum. Patient A, he convulsed over the night. That's daily Scrum. It's true. You can see you can bring it down to what you guys do, that catch up you do every morning before you go into your work proper. You can see you have been doing it already. Sprint review, what goes on. We want to review the sprint before we start. At the end of the sprint, what goes, do we finish every of the sprint? Which one do we not finish? Can we move it to the next sprint? Why don't we finish it? Then this one is where you open your and say, you people did me dirty. I was asking questions, you did not answer, and then it's not fair on me. It doesn't make my work to be seamless. And there's what we call backlog refinement. All right. I'll skip all this one. Benefit, you guys can read this one. Benefit of Agile, faster to market. I've said it before, make it work faster to market. Better alignment to customer need. You understand it very well. Improve team collaboration. You need team. Greater ability to handle change requirement. Yeah, you can easily change requirement. Challenge of Agile require discipline. Yeah, team must be able to empower and collaborate either with large distributed team. Yeah, people, if you have them in different zone, I work with like 80 something countries, and then we have in different zone. You need to see how we can juggle. Like my developer in India, a tester in Philippines, where so people just scatter everywhere, and then you just need to bring. And time is not the same. These are one of the issue we have, but you manage is easy to manage. You can compare it. I don't think I want to go into that now. That comparison, you guys can read that. All right, I'll jump to user story. All right, user story now. I think from what you've done before now, you can see that user story, we have something we call user story, and that's what populates your backlog. User story is a brief, simple statement that describes software feature from end user perspective, focusing on who, why, and what. As a user, I want to be able to log in so that I want to be able to enter my password so that I can able to log in successfully. That's what we want to achieve. For every feature we need to do have a user story. What you guys have done before, I told you to do as built and to be. And now your to be, for every feature you need to write a user story. You say you want to log in, you write it. You say you want to register, you write it. You say you want to password error, you write it. You say you write it. Do you understand? That's what we want to do now from your user's perspective. I'm not mean it can be end user, it can be admin user, it can be something you are developing a software for you guys to use in your office. Doesn't mean the outsider is using it, but it's from an individual perspective. That's how you write a user story, and it must be small, very small. And then there's based on invest principle. We have something we call invest principle, but you need to know to answer who as a end user, what do you want to achieve, so that what your value or what the desired outcome be. You can see it now. That's why someone is laughing. Why is someone laughing? Bukumi, what's the
Oh,
matter?
I'm sorry, it was a mistake. What
Okay, okay, that's all right. Personal now, it needs to be personal, action, result related. Now we have something called invest principle. They may ask this one in interview. Just say invest principle. Invest means it's independent. It must stand alone. User story must stand alone. Why I'm teaching you all these things, they may ask this interview because you can't skip through. You can't know the skill and not know why they're using it. All right, that's the difference between literate and illiterate. All right, some people, you meet some people say, what did you do? Say I'm a business. I learned wireframe that time. Everybody, some people just want to feel among. I'll say, okay now. I'll just say, okay, that's all. But let's not go there. Independent mob is very independent, and that's why I invest, just like you invest your money. That's the synonym of this synonyms now. I can't remember. I'm sorry. Maybe it's not synonyms. Acronym. Sorry. Thank you. Acronyms now. Invest must be negotiable, meaning that it must be specific, very specific. It must have endpoint and not rigid, not as a user. It must not be long, it must not lose focus. It must be valuable at the end of the what you want to achieve. It must be estimable. You remember story point I talk about? Guys, someone should remind me. I should give you an assignment on that. It must be very small and must be very testable. At the end of the day, must is it testable? I want to be able to use so that at the end of the day, when we develop it, can we test it singly or per unit? That's what we do. And example here, as a GIG customer, I want to be able to log in on the app so that I can easily place an order. You can see now. You can see another one as a GIG customer. I want to be able to track my order so that I know when my package will be delivered. Because tracking is just one feature on the app, and login is one feature. You can see register, you write everything like this for them. All right, let's go. We have another thing we call acceptance criteria. All right, acceptance criteria is the set. Okay, now you said as a user I want to be able to log in. All right, in login now we have so many things under login. That's where you split it down now. All right, we call this one, you can say acceptance criteria is that definition of user story that define the boundaries, that say this go this far and not that far. All right, let's read together. As I said, clear testable condition that define the boundary of a user story or feature and must be met to be considered complete. We say, I'll teach you now, the way they write it is that given that I am a user, or given that I'm a register, you can see that I'm being specific. Remember, you know, I say as a GIG customer, blunt, simple, direct. When I want to write it now, I say, given that I am a GIG register customer, focus on register. I want, given that when, sorry, see that. Thank you. And you say, given that I'm a GIG register customer, when I input my data or my password, then I should be able to log in successfully. I'll show you how to do, but it's just showing you specific. It's focusing on one part. That user story as a GIG customer, I want to be able to track my order. I can break it down into multiple ACs. We call them acceptance criteria is called AC also. ACs, AC, just the shorten A and C. These are things that I know, these are these are things that you say you've been missing now. These are user story, but it's not hard. Just follow this grammar outside it. But if you go back to what you put in your process map and bring one out, that's a user story. Then want to look at different scenario inside that is a user story now. That's the acceptance criteria. What purpose and importance? It define completion, prevent ambiguity. I want to log in. I want to log in successfully. I want to log in also. I want to be able to log in successfully if I provide I want to be able to register. Everyone have their own. Prevent ambiguity, guide testing. You guide people for testing. You can use it as a test case also. Yeah. And ensure shared understanding. Everybody understands. It's direct, it's simple English that everybody understands. I think all this one is done. Clear and concise, testable, just like other one. And then this is the format of it. Giving when and then. That's how you write it. Write it. Given that I am given I am a registered customer, given that I bank with Fidelity Bank, given that I have downloaded the app, when you do something, then there must be an outcome. You know, for every action there's equal or opposite, or is it opposite version? All right, now I've write some AC now for Access Bank. All right, user story now. Follow me, guys. If you have questions, just interrupt. All right, get it once and for all. User story, download app, mobile apps. That's the title of it now. As an Android, you can see it now, specific. Not say iOS. I want to download Access More Bank because why I put Android now is maybe I'm downloading it. I think I forgot to put it from Play Store, and iOS does not have Play Store. What's it called? Apple does not have Play Store. Do you understand what I'm saying? You need to be specific so that when the person is testing, maybe the person is using iPhone. He doesn't assume that it's iPhone. Good, thank you. Right? He's specific that Android, so that because the tester, I don't want to confuse the tester, and if you see tester coming back to you, it shows that your work are not clear, and not concise. So that I want to be able to, you can see now I want to be able to download Access Small Bank app. I think I missed that, so that I can have access to Access Bank app on my, see they are accepted now, given that I'm an Android phone user. When I navigate to Play Store, you can see now I specific also now on my phone, then I should be able to download Access More app successfully. Good. See another user story for registration. Given that as a prospective, you can see now I'm not yet banked with them. Get it? And that's what you need to go back. And this also need to a bit tally with your process map somehow. As a prospective Access Bank customer, I want to open an account digitally so that I don't have to go to the bank, so that I can start banking without visiting a branch. See accepted criteria now. You can see now I'm having to now. Even though I have successfully downloaded, it's from previous one. There's something called traceability. What's it called now? There's something called matrix requirement traceability. Requirement matrix traceability. Yeah, something requirement must be traceable. That's actually, I remember the word now. Requirement must be traceable. You can see that I started from, check where I started from. I downloaded it. You can see I start from the beginning. Then I said I want to register as a prospective. And you can see it now when I have successfully downloaded it. When I click on the register button, all right, I'm not talking about how the app work now. When I click on register, I should be able to be directed to the registration page. All right. That's one. Let me land on the registration page. That's one. Given that I'm on the registration page now, and I'm seeing the first name feed, feed now, that box, that's what they call feed. When I input, you can see I put and here now. And one thing you need to know is that after when is then immediately. Given, you can put many hand there, but it's good to don't put too much hand. But I purposely put this just to see that if you guys have seen this and you are not surprised. When I say, given that I'm on registration page, and I see the first name field, when I input a valid first name, because in some places that if you go and put character and numbers, it may pop it up, and that's why I say valid. You can see it now, very specific in all I write. Then I should be able to proceed to when I put the next stage. I don't know what the next stage is. Note, first name must be alphabetical, and you can see if there's anything to be specific to call out, and you can see it, I wrote it in bold. I'm telling anybody that wants to work on this that first name must be alphabetic, right? Last name, the same thing. You can see I'm still having 2, 3, 4, 5 under one registration. I'm saying registration name now, last name. I'm saying last name also. I'm doing email address. In email address, I did specific what it should be like, because anybody can have underscore and all of that in their email. And you can see the KYC, I should be able to upload my KYC and all of that, like that. You can write as many things that you know or you've gotten from your product owner. You're not taking it off head though. Well, before you start this project, they will tell you, someone will give you mandate. I know you guys know project manager, project tell you the understanding of what they want to achieve. It's for you to go and document it. You are not formulating it, but in this case, if you choose this project, that's why at the beginning I told you guys to choose project you're familiar with or you want to do, because I want it to be your own, what you understand. And it's assumed that you understand this project. Someone has given you the brief, that's why you understand it, and that's why you chose it. You can say how I work with you guys, right? Then you do the login also. You see, as an Access Bank customer, now I'm a bank customer because I'm registered already. Because you don't want someone to download. What about if I lost my phone or something happened? I need to download the app again. I don't need to go through the registration process again. Or if I'm logging in, I don't need to go through registration process again. And that's why, and I want to be able to seamlessly access my account and perform banking transactions to the book my so that I can manage financial income level without visiting it. Even this one is too long, but I'll just put it there. But you can see way to break it down, but it's just up to you guys. All right. Any question? Given that I have Access Bank app, mobile app on my Android phone. All right, let's hear you, Samuel.
Okay, thank you very much for this training so far. So I want to ask, like,
Mhm.
how many, from your own experience, how many user stories have you like written? Have you written up to like 100 at once? Why I'm asking because we are developing a new
At
solution.
once.
Yes,
Mhm.
because we are developing a
Go
new
ahead,
solution.
finish your question.
Okay, we are developing a digital wallet. I'm trying to put that, in context to what we are doing now. When we're doing digital wallet, I'm thinking, we have to do login, all the financial transactions, airtime, blocking of accounts, requesting card. So I'm requesting, can you write up to like, I'm asking, can you write up like 100 user stories?
He may not focus on 100 users, but he may have acceptance criteria as much as you know what you don't want to do. You don't want someone to call you out that you did not do your job well. All right. In acceptance criteria, now let's say in login, in login now you need cover if see what you cover. If it's a new one, you cover if someone provide valid password. First of all, okay, I think that one is registration. Let's say login. Excuse me, valid password, valid username, successful, right? That's one scenario. Valid password, invalid username, it will be unsuccessful. That's another one. Two, abi. Invalid password, valid username, another one. That's three. Invalid, invalid, that's four. Forgot password, that's another one. In some cases, there's once you put your password, you need to send your OTP. That's another one. I think it depends on what you want to build around your security. It depends on the area, what is requested by the customer. But I think you should focus more on the acceptance criteria. Like in login, you can write one user story, and that's why you can see my user story in login was a bit bigger. All right, but in this place, I've broken it down. I log in successfully when I should see it first. Seeing the login feed is one. You can't just say someone should log in where on login page. Every page has name, basket page, product page, filter page, so page, review page. You can see it now. You must first say on that page, I must see this, then I can add this. All right. Then you can see display login option. See what? When I click on my access app, then I should see the login page. I think it's your network, Adams. I don't know. Maybe you drop and come back. See another one, display login option. You see, in some cases, you have login option, you have thumbprint, you have password, you have pin, you can see password, thumbprint, and what's it called? Pin. You need to do AC, use acceptance. You don't need to have user story for each of it. But when you write it, you need to give us different scenario that might happen under that feature you wrote. All right. And you can see it now, login. I mean, see imp. Sorry, guys. I think no worry, no worry. Sorry, guys. I think something just popped up on my laptop. Yeah, I'm not talking. I've not been talking like 2 minutes. Sorry. Yeah, I think something just popped up. But you can you hear me? Just thump up if you can hear me. Just that's all. Yeah, good. Um, yeah, yeah. Let's continue. But am I able to answer a question? But you can different scenario. You need to write out the scenario because if you miss out the scenario, there's not going to test it and they don't test it. You can do thumbprint, pin code. Like my laptop have thumbprint, pin code, even face. What's it called? What that one called? Face mark or what? That face signing. That's face signing, face thumbprint, pin code, password. You can see four scenario, and you need to choose all the scenario. That if I register with my thumbprint, this must not accept it. Did you get what I'm? Does anybody understand? I hope I'm not making people to. Yeah, good. Not only Sam, any other person getting what I'm trying to say. You guys talk. I can still go. If you don't talk now, that's all right now. It's up to you guys. I think Christmas, everybody wants to go for Christmas. All right. You can see login now. I say input password and sign in. I need to see these two things. All right. Oh, let me share my screen again. There. All right. You can see I should see the login option now. You can see the option like my phone app, my app have different options. Can show me different options to sign in. Then let's go to the next one. Accessor category. You can see C is AC3. You can just type to it. Access account access. Display login option. Password login successful. Password login successful with biometric. This one is biometric. One is pin code or password. You can see you can write. You can keep writing like that. I think I can keep writing like that. Any question before we go to the practical side now? Let me just look for my slide. Any question? Let's ask. I think I can answer some question before we go. Everybody's. I think I'm a good teacher. I can say it. I can post about that now. Actually good. I actually did try. I did try. I know. You need to tell me. How did they do that one now? All right. Can you guys? Okay. All right. Any question? I just want to take question before while I look for my slide for my Jira now. Jira now. It's our classroom streams. Here we get a recipe. Figma. All right. Let's go to this Figma now and just raise. It's not log me out because it don't hope. It's been a while I open it, but that's fine. Find a way around it. All right. Anybody? No question. I've actually logged in. Okay, maybe I should take this one to this side. All right. I share with you guys Confluence. All right. What is Jira? What is Jira now? Okay, let me share my screen again. I hope you guys have it, but if you don't have it, I think it's up to you because I can't help. This is how it looks like, but because it's not paid for, right? Because it's not paid for, it has some limitation, all right? And Jira is where you document your you can see it here. I think you guys have this you can see welcome me back. I can share this thing with you, this link with you, and you can comment on it. You can because you remember we talked about collaboration. Here, nobody works on one. If you share your document with me, it's like I'll work on it. I can comment on it directly. You can see it. We have Jira, we have Confluence. Confluence is like our Word, Microsoft Word. And let me go. If you go to let me go to Jira first. I'll click on Jira now. Then let's go to Jira. When you go to Jira, you see something like this. Okay, this is your backlog now. This is my backlog. This is our backlog that the PO have. You can see my project now, Scrum project. Guys, look at this. This is the summary. This is backlog. It's all the products. You can see Scrum 1, Scrum 2, to do. We can change it depending on the organization. But let's remember, I taught you guys backlog. This is backlog. This is product back or Scrum backlog, whichever you want to say, but refinement backlog. But this is a backlog, your Jira backlog. But this is Jira now. Excuse me. If you are using Jira, this is Jira. If you have downloaded or signed in on the link I shared, this is Jira. You just can create it. How do you create it? Let's assume this is blank. You can just name it your project name. All right. You can, maybe I should do, this is my more space. I think I'll be limited because, yeah, because I have one. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to, let's see. Let me teach you, because me, I've signed it already. I've signed up already, and then it may be a convincing. Let's assume you land on the home page of the Jira. Let's assume, okay. I'll just do as if it's just your normal one. Let it load. I'll create a new space. You can come here under space. I'll just create my space. You can see I created a new button there, that space button. You choose which type of one backlog. You can see this one is premium. I can't use it now because I need to pay. I'll just try this one, prioritization. But you don't do all these things when you work in Jira. They have a structure already. But I'm just teaching you how how just to use it. Prioritization, delivery. I can just choose this one. Get started. I will have skipped it, but it will show us the backlog again now. Those business needs my login. I'll put it login. We'll see how we do login. I'll do a little registration like that. Okay, I'll show you guys how to do it. How to name backlog. Ticket. We call it ticket. I don't know. I think it's ticket everywhere. They call it ticket. When you get to work, I'm working on 2 tickets now, and one is this. You name, just call it. One is a CUDA registration. It may not be CUDA itself. One is a money point upgrade. It may not be, because it can be money. Some people, I may be working on money point upgrade. Sorry, Oyetomiwa might be working on what's it called, on something else on money point. That's why you just need to name your own money point. All right. You can see it now. It takes me back to this, if a fresh page, right? Yeah, you can see it now. I can just create from here summary. You can see. Can you guys see what I did? I did just this guy. All right, good. Create. Once you create, the name of the project is prioritization. I can name it anything. Then I can do the summary. Let's say CUDA registration. Just example though. Registration. All right. What do you want to do about CUDA? And CUDA, they will give you a simple brief here. CUDA, sorry. Yeah, they will tell you the problem. Recently, maybe I should. I think I'll look for something and just, but let me see. Recently, CUDA registration, customer, recently there are feedback. Consistent acceptance of customer registration. All right, that is the, someone will give you this brief, and that's the product owner. You can see how it's just like word, just use as word. Let's see, it's problem, that's the problem, or contest, that's the word. I will see if I can copy one. They will do it like this. All right, then they will now write objective. All right. So you say the objective is to ensure seamless registration of customer. Guys, don't worry about what I'm writing now. God. Registration. Okay, that's what we want to registration. All right. They will now write scope. Lagos. We have 36 states in Nigeria. FCT, Ondo, Enugu. All right. Don't worry. I'll just say scope now. Market. Okay. Sorry. Say market. You can see that I focus on 3, not 37. That's what is the scope now. See now out. Sorry, in scope market. That is in scope market. Sorry, let's say in out of scope. They will say out of. But all this thing I'm writing, someone will give you. It will be in the ticket. If there's not the ticket, we tell the PO, can you populate the ticket? That's all. They call it ticket, but it's Jira, right? Out of scope. Market not mentioned. You can see it now. The person has specific tell you. Then it will tell you also that, let's say out of scope, login. It's being specific that in this ticket, I can open another one, there will be login, but in this one, there's no. Let's say scope again. Scope also ensure specific error message. One, ensure seamless registration, customer registration. Let's say scope again. Let's say another one is ensure customer registration. Let's say another one is display register button. All right, you can see it now. These are scope. These are the scope. All right, you can come here just like bullet. I can just bullet it here just to be specific. But in my case, some people you can see it and that's it. Then let's look at something now. Okay, let's create it. We want to create it. This is the back end. This is they are creating in the PO will do this one before it comes to you. But some cases you may be the one to do it. We'll create it now. I'll click on create. All right. When I go to October, okay, I think group by, and I go to yeah, you can see, yeah, this is actually how the template of it is. Objective, you can see it, you can use this for objective, what problem, solution, risk, but in your company may be different. But you can see this is exactly what I did also, the major subtitle and then and create it also. And then once you create it, you can now see we can have what we have. This is mhm. Once we publish it now, this is what we have. This is what we have. Once we publish it, this is just showing. Yeah, let's this is what we have. Once you click on this, you can click on this thing. Once you click on it first, it will show on the right side. once you can just click on this one, it will show on a new page, or you just right click it, you can see it what we put out. We can just hide the description. What I don't know why is this slow. You hide the description, what do you need to be done. You have subtasks. Is there some subtasks that need to be done? In some cases, you need to give it to your senior to review it. We call it BAPL review. You had it as a subtask, and you click on this one, it will save it. And I can assign it to. Can someone drop? Okay, can someone join? Can someone call user? And let me just share it. Just share it. I'll say copy link. Okay, I'll drop it in the chat and see if someone can just go on it, and then, or just someone give me their emails. Just someone very fast, please. But what I'm trying to say, I'll still drop it in the chat. But oh God, nobody want to come on. Hmm. All right, is that correct? Okay. Okay, now I'll make it open to everyone. Let me just share it. I think that's. Let me just share this one. That close the chat now. All right, I'll drop it now. Ping join, okay? I'll drop it in the chat. Just jump on it now if you are happy to jump on it. Are you on it, Queen? Or anyone can jump on it. I can assign it to. I can change the assignee. Yeah, I can say if you jump on it now, I should be seeing you. I can change it to whosoever I want to change it to. This one is still on me. Should be seeing more than one person. You can watch it here. If you want to monitor the ticket, you can be monitoring it here. You just click on this thing, it will be monitoring. I can add people to watch it just to follow. What that means is that someone is monitoring this. I want to know when they are working on it. I want to be notified. That's what that means. If you see something like in some cases, I see my CEO watching my ticket, I'm like, what's it there? What is he looking for? You know. But it's just a normal thing. But you have description here, like we have description, we have the subtags. I can assign the subtags to. I should be able to see you on it now. What's your name, King or whosoever have joined? Yeah, maybe it's limiting us because we didn't pay for it. But this is how it works. I can add so many things that the subtax is just for. I think it's limiting my subtax also. I think that's I can. It's limiting it sub. Let's say okay, it's not limiting it here. Let's say PO demo. You want to do demo. You guys will do demo at the end of it. Some people you just create works, and this one I can be assigning to. Not giving you access. Yeah, it will have send me a message then. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll check for it. I'll give you access now then. Need to need to I need to okay. I'll give you access now, okay? I'll stop sharing just to check my email and give you access. Sure. Are you sure it has come? I'll make it open. It's by now okay. By now it should come. Abi is in my other email. I think it's my other email. Let me just do it here. But even though he has not come on my phone, yeah, I think yeah, he has come in. He's asking for access. Who needs your number? He's not giving you access, maybe because but I can create another one. I can just create another one for you guys to work on. But you can use multiple. I think this one I've opened it since when. You can use it to collaborate. Maybe it's only single. Maybe I use it. It's actually for myself alone, and then not planning to share with you guys before. But that's how it works. Just to populate it, I'll show you one. Call hand 15 minutes. Okay, I beg you. I want to finish in 15 minutes if possible. Okay. I know it's much. I don't think it's. I think you guys should get what. Yeah. Let's see. Finish in 15 minutes or so. All right. That's how it works. Once you click on this, you can name it. But this is how the backlogs look like. You can see from here. This is the backlog. You can just play. If you want to see how it's working, you see the board. We call it Canva board or this thing. It show you how it works in network. Is show you how it's working. It show you the how. Yeah, this is just calendar. You can see Scrum. Yeah, I think Scrum 3, Scrum. You can see all these things to do, tax 1. Just name, you see there, but this is the backlog. You see the backlog of your project, and you can see, you can move it around also. You can move it from to do to progress. In some cases, you have different. In my company, you have in refinement backlog, refinement, because in our company we have different stages. Refinement backlog means that is with the PO. PO is working on it. Ready for refinement means that you are BA. If you have time, you can work on it. In refinement means that I'm working on it. If I finish working on it, there's if it goes to our architect, I push it to another thing. They call it technical review. And then from technical review, if they are finished, it come back to me in refinement. It will be in my name. Whosoever that is working on it will be the name that is on it. And then what else? Then from refinement, it goes to development team. Then from there, ready for estimation. From ready for estimation, they estimate it. Story point. Ready for estimation is that story point I talked about, that you organize a meeting for you guys to have the story point. Once you have the story point, then once it's story pointed, then it goes to ready for development. Then that's where you will now go to sprint planning and talk about it, and that will be it. But this is the workflow. You see a workflow also depending on your organization. You can see start to do, in review, done, in progress. You can every organization have, like, maybe I will share one on my, I don't know if it's on the classroom or wherever. I'll share it somewhere. You can see another backlog. I can create another Scrum. This Scrum now, you can see it as add date, and Scrum, you can see it as date. If I want to create another one, they create another Scrum. See another Scrum here also. All right, let me create another one. I'll create Scrum 4 now. 4. I'll create Scrum 4. Once I create this thing also, you can see it can be created that way. And then I go into it. I want to go into it. I go into it. I want to set the time. The time will be set maybe 2 weeks. The Scrum will be 2 weeks. You know, you want to put the Scrum doesn't, you want to put the what's it called? You want to put the description, the softwares, the link work. If there's, I'll link out. I need to show you guys if there's something linked to it. Maybe if you have a, maybe let me show something. If you have a, yeah, if you have a, what's it called now? If you have anything to link to it, you want to add a video, you go to it, you can add a video. You want to add anything, you know, you can add a link to it. Anything, even this one, yeah, I think there's a robot. This is a AI. You can, let me say this, update the CUDA application app for seamless registration. All right, you can come here, you can light it, and you can improve. This is all AI. It's an additional feature to it. They just added it, I think, this year. You can summarize it for me. What my you can see now, you can summarize my ticket, insert. You can change the experience of my ticket. You can summarize